everybody, welcome back to Andertons TV. It is 2022 and that epic intro jam is to celebrate the fact that one of the best loved guitars in the world is officially now an old age pensioner. Is that right? What happens at 60 years old?
You have to be 70. I have to be 82 now to be a pensioner.
So yeah, back in 1962, Leo Fender introduced us to the Jaguar. Very, very cool guitar. And so 2022, we have a kind of a little bit of a celebration. It's not like an exact reissue of a 62 Jaguar. If anything, it's sort of a bit more blingy than that. In fact, you know what it is? It's like the greatest hits of that first 10 years
the greatest
of
hits.
the Jaguar.
Of course it is.
So it's obviously got the traditional body shape and pickup selection. We've got some things that are very original, like the string mute here. Trem system's original, the circuitry's original. But then we've got things like the block inlays and the bound necks and the matching headstocks, which came kind of slightly later, but people always go, they're awesome. In two crazy colours.
Mystic. Two mystical colours. Mystical.
So what have you got? Mystic, Dakota Red, and Mystic Lake Placid Blue.
And I think the mystic bit of them are that they're slightly more metallic. But that might just be my eyes. There's a little bit of the long day. I think this looks a slightly darker blue and this looks a slightly more orange. Orangey,
but honestly, fabulous looking guitars.
Yeah, good colours.
We'll take you through some tones on those in a moment.
With lovely cases as well, am I saying that?
Yep, so it's from the American original series. So we got nitrocellulose lacquers for all you kind of tone freaks out there.
Smell that.
Can you? And crazy limited edition. So there's been one run of these. Andertons has 4 of each colour. Really? When they're gone, they're gone. And I believe every dealer is kind of in the same boat in the sense that whatever we got off the original shipment, that's it. No more coming, no nothing. Wow. So do you want to... Yeah, actually that's a good shout because we didn't put it on the red one, did we? You've got the sort of the bridge cover. You've got the string mute, everything. Do you want to have a little? And by the way, I'll tell you about this one afterwards.
Absolutely.
Because this isn't obviously from 1962.
But this is where I kind of need help always with these circuits with the bleed. So you've got one pickup on each. You've got two circuits, a lead and a rhythm circuit basically in an up position where you've got a volume and a tone. Down position where you then got a volume and a tone, and you got some pickup selector switches here, plus like a tone treble bleedy
a
strangle switch.
Strangle.
See, I don't want to say strangle because I'm gonna get in trouble, right? Because you can't, then you get cancelled if you start talking about strangling.
Just don't strangle your tone. Don't strangle people, and then you'll be fine, basically.
When you're in the up position, that's the rhythm setting, and you only got the neck pickup, and you got a volume. And a tone. That would be the jazzy bit, wouldn't it?
Yes!
I'm plugged into the DB40 now, so that's the sound you're hearing. And, I mean, that's basically it, really.
Yep.
And it's got this kind of ever slightly muffled...
I think what they were saying is that it's the value of the tone and volume pots in the rhythm circuit are just different to the value of the volume and tone pots here, so you just get a different tone.
Let's try a little bit of a Morning Glory. It's always like, oh no, we need to do the treble, and it's not there. A little bit more gain from the Dane. Wasn't there one of the Beach Boys who plays one of these as well?
Was he Jaguar or Jazzmaster?
I think I read.
Could be.
Let's try this one.
Oh, are you going for the string mute? There's been a few guitars over the years that have used these kind of foam string mute things, but of course, your sweat off your hands means that inside of a few years, this is all basically melted, or not melted, but you know what I mean, kind of like just disintegrated.
Yeah, I think people used to take them off. And I think it's really simple to take off. I think when you take the strings off, this whole bridge will come off, and then that will pop off underneath, you know.
It's a great, but you're completely right. That tone of that dum 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 is that's kind of what it's for, isn't it? Just
I
that
don't know,
sort of,
man. Maybe. You know, maybe, I don't know, I'll probably just keep it off all the time. Anyway, let's go to the lead circuit.
Yep, so now you've got on and off switches and strangle switches.
So I need to turn it off. Much more bright here, and on and off for each pickup, so... Huh?
That's nearly your surname.
On and off for each, on and off for each, yeah, on and off. You know, on and off. That's my cousin from Russia. And here you got the... Very jangly, isn't it?
Very.
But then again, people use a lot of gain on these and a lot of rock and roll, isn't it? It's
yeah.
You know, I think we probably need a bit more gain on it. So, and the bass got... What is he doing with some fuzz from the Vespa?
I think it looks wicked.
It looks great. I mean, there's something. There's certainly an audience for this kind of guitar and for this kind of sound.
It's a bit over-engineered, isn't it? In the sense of like, you know, there's like a lot going on, and but
there's a lot going on.
And I can kind of see why players like, you know, when you see Kurt Cobain and, you know, so much of it's taped off and taped over and stuff, just because it's like you just...
I don't need all of that stuff, you know. And it's the same with the... He's got this little switch here that can lock, so you can't...
But I almost think visually, I keep coming back to the Jaguar thinking it might be my favourite looking Fender instrument of all time.
It is such a good looking guitar.
It's a great looking guitar.
Let's try some fuzz from the Vespa.
Do it. What does Fuzz with the string mute on sound like?
Weird. Well, you know, honestly, it's just...
I love it.
It's an inspirational thing for
We've not
stuff,
even talked about the scale length, which I kind of feel is like its signature thing, the Jaguar. It's the, you know, it's a 24-inch scale length, so it's short.
Flipping great looking guitar, this, isn't it?
Really is.
Oh, absolutely.
Really is. One day, I kind of feel like one day I need to get one. I bought that Upeg thing, and it's kind of, I think it's probably the closest thing I've got to like a Jaguar kind of vibe.
Yeah,
but I do
it's
feel
still
like
not the same. There's something with the pickups and all of this stuff that makes it sound a certain way that you don't get on any other guitar. But that also kind of, for someone who like, you know, it's great to have it, but it certainly just gets into a certain thing, you know. And this stuff here with the
So they've got put the original.
It's got the original sort of saddles on there, which means that if you hit it too much, it's sort of comes a bit off like that. You know, that's when people then put on the Mustang saddles, which are much better. But I guess maybe this can kind of, I don't know. So like, hello. I don't know. I'm getting old, man. You know, just,
well, look,
I like the simplicity of a Telecaster myself.
Well, that's almost the antithesis of that guitar,
opposite,
isn't it?
Maybe that's what he was going for. He was like, I just need something that's a bit cooler and faster and looks a bit more. You know, I don't know what these are for.
Well, the teeth. I think I asked Matt Montes what the teeth were for, and I think he said it was largely a visual thing. But anything like that does sometimes change the electromagnetic field. And anyway. So. These are probably sold out by the time this video goes live anyway, so whatever.
Who knows?
Anyway, there are these two. These are, how much? 2,300 quid?
Something like that, yeah. Links below.
Beautiful case, yeah, links below. Yeah. Anyway, so going from what was then to what is now, here is the Ultra Luxe Jaguar. Now, this is very much a modern take on the Jaguar, and actually, I really, really like this guitar, but it does have a departure from, I think, one of the original Jaguar's nicest features, which is now this has a traditional 25.5-inch scaling.
Well, that is certainly.
So I'm guessing if you're a drop tune, you know, if you like to drop tune your guitar and you want to play a bit heavier, that's probably where the longer scale length comes in handy rather than the shorter scale length. Going from, you know, no reason why we're starting on the back, but we've got lock-in tuners, we've got an augmented D-shape profile.
Satin.
It's like Tenacious D, but
Tenacious
augmented. Beautiful neck plate celebrating the 60th anniversary.
Yeah,
we've got a recessed heel joint with this kind of spoon cut on the back here, belly cut. Even the strung through pieces are sort of, you know, giving a little bit extra length on the bottom strings to the top strings. So flipping it over this way, compound radius fretboard going from 10-inch down here to 14 up here. And then, I'm sure Pete will be pleased to hear, a much simpler pickup switching system here.
That guitar,
so two double tap humbuckers, and then all we do here is a coil tap for the neck and a coil tap for the bridge. Dead easy. Three-way selector.
Oh, how I like
Ebony board, stainless steel frets.
Holy
it's all modern,
smokes,
right?
I love that. And easy neck truss rod adjustments up there. With this one, you have to take the neck off.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Of course, man.
And then we've almost got like a, you know, Gibson-esque kind of bridge down here. Completely different sounding guitar, you know. Full fat humbucker mode. Double tap. And of course in the middle you can choose which way around you want them.
That sounds great, man.
I really like this.
I like the way that splits as well. It's not offensive.
Double tap is the whole, it's, in my opinion, and we've talked about this before, it's the best, it's the best humbucker that Fender have ever made if you want to tap it. Right, if you want to get it to sound single coily as well. At the beginning of that demo, we were kind of, I can't even remember what I had on here, but I've gone pretty over the top. I think I had delay and rat, and we were sort of going for it a little bit with the sort of sound.
Great sounding guitar, though.
It's great. It's got, it's just, I can't even say it. It's sustain for days. It's a good pedal. I've just stolen this rat pedal. It might be yours, Pete.
It is mine, man. It's fine. Yeah, man.
I don't know what it is, and we talk about it all the time. I know everything I play is basically blues licks with different effects on it, but I don't.
We all do
I
that.
I don't feel myself going, let's play blues. You know, I feel myself going, no, let's put some experimental things on. And maybe, do you know, maybe it's psychosomatic. Maybe because so many players that I like who play this kind of guitar play. You know, I'm thinking of Johnny Marr and who else? Who else do I like that plays this kind of guitar? Johnny Marr, John Squires.
I mean,
even Kurt Cobain,
yeah,
you know,
Johnny
that
Marr
kind
as
of
well.
vibe.
Is that Johnny Marr who plays it, doesn't he? Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr.
So, yeah, I mean, what can I say?
I want to play that guitar out, and then
Well, you do
people
that
can
because I
link-
want to play this guitar, and you guys can choose really. You know, if you're into this whole Jaguar, you want to celebrate its 60th birthday, you could go old school.
You can definitely.
Or-
Yeah, that's
or
much
new school.
different. That's much different, isn't it?
Massively. I mean,
Humongously.
it's just
I mean, the
good.
scale length is. I enjoy that 24-inch scale length on it. It just seems like it's
so much more jangly
it feels-
acoustically.
yeah.
Play a G, you know. See, that almost sounds like kind of like a normal guitar, whereas this you're hearing
got-
all the resonant
and all the springs inside and all that. Yeah,
and the different
That's
scale length.
Lovely guitar, that. And what a colour. That's my favourite one. That.
I'm gonna play it on the red one just purely and simply
Because
because
it's
the red one didn't get any love.
Well, there you go. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one very soon.
Indeed. Au revoir.